up, y'all? It's me, Erica, and we are down here. Peace, y'all. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Down here. What's up, y'all? It's me, Erica. We are down here, honey. The sun is directly in your girl's face. I'm on my way to Starbucks, actually. Somebody's already in my space. A Cadillac. But I want to go to the Starbucks. I'm going to go to the Starbucks a ways from me so we have more time to talk, because all I have time to do is to go to Starbucks and then go back home. Because I'm starting like really late today, like 15, 20, almost 20 minutes late today. So go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know you stopped by, honey. We are down here. I'm listening to Beyonce, right? I've been listening to Beyonce for a few days. All the songs are really good. I'm really enjoying the album a lot. I'm really enjoying the album a lot. I was just online I was just listening to the people like stans. And I was listening to the stans, and hey, I was just reading people's comments and stuff, and the way that y'all position yourselves to defend Beyonce, it's so weird to me. It is so weird, like the takes that y'all have when you're defending Beyonce, and this idea that Kelis needed Beyonce. It's really you that needs Beyonce. It was weird. Somebody online was like, people are mad because Beyonce gets protection. I'm like, okay, you better go. You better protect a billionaire, girl. Y'all be dying on heels, and the celebrity is not coming to the funeral. And y'all just steadily be dying, rolling down the hill dead. And it's like, what are you doing all that? Especially the stans who start like harassing people and doxing people. Like, you're psychotic and something is wrong with you. And literally positioning yourself to make it seem like Beyonce did Kelis a favor by buying stolen property from someone else. I don't get it. Girl, you should be thankful I bought your stolen shit from the person who stole it for you, bitch. You should be thankful I stole the property, that your property, from the person who stole it from you. You better be happy. You better be thankful. I was like, nigga, y'all are weird as hell. Oh, she went and she took the interpolation, the sample, whatever. She took it off of the record. How long was it? It's still on my stream. I can still hear. I can still hear on my stream. But Beyonce took it off. Okay, they made a decision to take it off. On other versions of the album, you won't hear it anymore. And she took the credit. Oh, she took the credit off, girl. She took it off, and that's what you get, girl. That's what you get, because she took it off, girl. The fact that the little part was about 4 seconds, that shows you how egregious Pharrell is. That shows you how fucked up he is. Because it's so small, she shouldn't even care. It's so small, she shouldn't have even bought it. That's how I feel. You shouldn't have bought it since it was so small. And literally, you need Beyonce. Kelis doesn't. You know Kelis is a chef. You know she has a farm. You know she has a product line. You know she actually still tours. She does stuff. You know she does all this stuff. She may not be the success that Beyonce is, but she's a success in her own right. And the people that she's come across in this industry who have done her wrong, all the way down to her fucking ex-husband. And then y'all think that Beyonce did her a favor by buying stolen property from Pharrell. And then all the conversation I hear is Beyonce Kelis, Beyonce Kelis, Beyonce Kelis. So and it's so amazing how no one is talking about Pharrell. A very small percentage of people are talking about Pharrell and his part in this. And his part in this. Look at the cows. Yeah. And like I said, it's not like I'm not a Beyonce fan, but I'll tell you one thing. I was a Kelis fan before I was a Beyonce fan. Kelis's whole everything resonated with me more than Beyonce. Beyonce didn't resonate with me until she evolved into the Virgo she is today. Because that prim and proper pageant Virgo that she was giving us when Matthew was managing her, bitch, you could leave that. I couldn't take it. Baby, I want to tell you, I couldn't stand Beyonce when she act like she couldn't say, bitch, start cussing. Oh, I don't cuss on a record. Start cussing, girl. Stop being that young Virgo who is worried about what everybody thinks about them. Yes, a glass of brown liquor in your hand with a crown tilted on your head, and tell them bitches to bow down. That's when the fuck I started. I was like, okay. When Beyonce got rid of her father, I was like, okay, I could see it. When Bow Down came out, I was like, all right, girl, I could see it. But Kelis always resonated. Everything about Kelis resonated with me more than Beyonce. And Beyonce is the Virgo, okay? I used to look at Beyonce like, girl, shut up. Shut up. First of all, learn how to do interviews. That's number one. Number two, girl, stop acting like you can't cuss. Stop acting like you this prim and proper. Putting on an act for these people. We know what the deal is. And now y'all acting like she's doing Kelis a favor. That bothers me. She don't need Beyonce. You need Beyonce. The same way y'all be acting like, oh, I don't understand why Beyonce won't get album of the year. You love her. They don't. You love her. They don't. We love her. They don't. Why can't she get album of the year? They don't love her like you love her. They don't love her like you love her. Okay? And then I was going back and forth with somebody talking about Mystikal, trying to say that I was victim blaming because I told you stupid ass girls to stay the fuck away from these niggas who have been alleged of women and taking stuff from women. I have told y'all time and time again, and it's not even about reading a Yelp review. Every Chris Brown, Trey Songz, Mystikal, these men are known. Oh, you victim blaming. No, I'm victim protecting. I'm telling you that if you know that there's a guy in your neighborhood or a celebrity around town who's been alleged, you know how you become a victim? You become a victim because you don't trust women. You've been learned and programmed to give men the benefit of the doubt. And so you don't trust what women say. That's why y'all end up in relationships with niggas who have abused women because you didn't believe her. You didn't believe her. And if you think, and like I told this girl this morning, she said I was victim blaming. Let me tell you, hon, let me tell you something. Any man is a threat to you. I don't give a damn who he is, celebrity or not. I was watching Rodney's video yesterday, and this girl is walking down the street with her fucking dog, and a motherfucker is following behind her. Any man is a threat to you. And if you have knowledge, if you have the knowledge, I'm not saying you walk into something blind and you don't know, and this happened to you. Yeah, if I said something, oh, you got what you did, you shouldn't have been up there, that's victim blaming. But if I'm giving you a warning, that's not victim blaming.
Thank you for cheap Starbucks. What can I get you today?
Yes, may I have a hot grande dirty chai double with oat milk? Do you guys have brown sugar?
Yeah, we do.
Can I have 2 pumps of brown sugar in that?
All right.
At 180 degrees.
All right. Anything else cheap today?
No, that's going to be all.
Awesome. It's going to be $8.45.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's not victim blaming. It's trying to keep you from becoming a victim. There's no reason in the world why any woman should be alone with Chris Brown. There should be no woman in the world who should be alone with the likes of Trey Songz, the likes of Mystikal, the likes of these men who have been accused. An accusation is all I need, because the way that men move in this world, I don't give them the benefit of the doubt. Like the girl said, oh, you're victim blaming. No, I'm not. Hold on. Let me get to that tweet. Okay, the story is here it goes. The story is rapper Mystikal back in jail for RAPE, domestic abuse, strangulation, false imprisonment, damage to property, and robbery. He is a menace to society. No woman should be around him. He is a threat to you. I said, ladies, I don't know why we're back here yet again. You know why we're back here? Because y'all don't believe women. Just like men don't believe women, women don't believe women. That's why you think you're safe in proximity to an alleged rapist. That's why you think you're safe. You don't. I repeat, you don't allow alleged rapists or pedophiles access to you. If there is word on the street that a man you're interested in is violent to women, please don't think he'll be different to you. He's not. And that's the scam, is to get you women to give men the benefit of the doubt, even after men have shown you over generations how violent they are to women. For some reason, you will not listen to the words of other women and put yourself in proximity to someone who can harm you. You don't tell me I'm victim blaming. I'm trying to save you motherfuckers. Somebody said, or maybe we need to be telling men, are they listening to you? Maybe you need to be telling men not to sexually assault women. Okay, but they do. Just because you tell a nigga don't rape me doesn't mean he's not. That's the whole point. They're not doing what we're asking them to do. Like, I don't fucking understand what y'all be going through. I just don't get it. Hi. Thank you so much. You too. It's hot. But I want it hot. I'll wait till it cools down a little bit. Yeah, so that's all I'm saying. I'm not victim blaming. I want to read some of these comments. Right. I had to get back in the lane. Hold on, let me read this person's comment. They said, or maybe we need to be telling men not to sexually assault women, because they're already doing what you're asking them to do, right? They've been compliant with your request, right? Okay. We should probably have some conversations about how men aren't entitled to women. No. Boys. That's where you should start. Middle school, right? Stop telling boys that just because girls exist, that they should have access to them. Stop telling girls to center boys in whatever they do. Stop telling girls to vie for the attention of boys. Stop telling little girls to center boys in their lives, to do things for the attention of boys. And stop telling boys that every little girl likes them. Because they won't grow up to be men who think because they buy you a drink in the club that they owe you their body in exchange for a fucking drink. These niggas want your body in exchange for an 8-ounce drink with ice cubes in it. That's what you're worth to them. But you want to tell men it's too late. You don't need to speak to men. You need to speak to boys. Stop telling boys that when you do, in order to get a girl to like you, you have to do nice things for her. Because what they think is that I'm doing something for you, so you should give me something in exchange for that. Those are the boys who grow up to be men who feel entitled to women. Those are the boys who grow up to be men who want you to smile at them simply because they said hello to you. You deserve because they spoke to you. Don't you want the attention of men? Isn't that what you've been taught since middle school, baby girl? Isn't that what you've been taught since middle school? Vie for the attention of a boy. Lose your identity in a boy. And if he does something nice for you, give him something in exchange for that. You can't talk to men. You need to talk to boys. I'm going to finish reading these tweets. Sorry I'm yelling because I'm pissed. Because y'all don't have to get raped. Y'all don't have to get assaulted. You don't. If you listen to women and you believed women, you wouldn't have to be in those positions. It's about accountability. Especially if you know. That's it. You know Mystikal has been this, and this. You know Chris Brown has been this, and yet y'all taking pictures with Chris Brown, wrapping your legs around a man who takes vagina from women. You shouldn't want to be around that man. He should repulse you. I don't give a damn how well he sings, and if he could flip on a beat, that motherfucker will take from you because he thinks he's entitled to you. Every man is a fucking threat. Every man. What are you talking about? Because they've all been socialized the same way. And you have been socialized to not believe women. You are socialized to give a man the benefit of the doubt. Otherwise, you wouldn't be around a fucking rapist. Otherwise, you wouldn't be around a rapist. There's no reason why that last girl who accused Trey Songz, I think the case got dismissed. But she accused Trey Songz of sodomizing her. Why are you up in a room with an alleged rapist, girl? Why? 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 What did you think was gonna happen? His label is rapist for a reason, girl. His label is rapist for a reason. I know this video is not gonna be monetized, but I'm tired of that. You trying to say I'm victim blaming? No, bitch. Take your filters off, and instead of being accountable, there's no reason why any woman is around Mystikal. You should, if there's a man in your community who's, yeah, I heard about him. Why would you go and he turns around and asks you on a date? Well, I wasn't those other women. Maybe I'll go out on a date with him. And then what happens? He does something to you that he does to every other woman he's around. And then what happens? I want to finish reading you these. I have time. I have a little bit of time. That pissed me off because I'm like, y'all want to say somebody is victim blaming. And nobody is victim blaming. That's victim protecting. That's keeping you from victim prevention. It's victim prevention. I'm sorry that I'm yelling because that really pissed me off because I'm the last person to give an excuse to a man. I'm the last person that you can expect an excuse from me for a man's violent behavior. Sorry, you would never get it from me. Ever, ever, never. We should probably have some conversations about how men aren't entitled to women. No, boys aren't entitled to girls. How sexual assault is rooted in toxic patriarchy and aggression. In the meantime, yeah, people need to be safe. My whole thing is this. You'd have to start in middle school and teach boys that girls are not made for their consumption. Girls are not made for them. Teach them very early that they're not entitled to girls just because they exist. You know how many men, grown ass niggas are on the internet that spend 16 hours on the internet complaining about them not being able to access women they prefer because they feel entitled to the women simply because they exist? Simply because I'm a fucking man, these women should want me. Because you've been taught you need a man. You've been taught your value is determined if you have a man in proximity to you. And don't listen to the other women who have come in contact with this man because them bitches are haters. They just hating on you, sis. They just hating on you. They just want to be in your position. They just want to be close to Trey Songz like you. They just want to be close to Chris Brown like you. And name off any other Rick Ross, any other fucking rapper, Neo, any other, whoever, rapper, singer, Chris Brown. Name them off. There's no reason why a woman should be in proximity to him by themselves. By themselves. You shouldn't be nowhere with Trey Songz by yourself, especially in a room and with a bed in it, because he's been known to push a bitch against the wall and to put his face in her face and expect a kiss. Yeah. I'm not victim blaming. That's what the girl said. You're victim blaming. Where did her tweet go? I'm trying to find it. Here she go. Oh wait, no. Here, let me go down here. You're kind of making it sound like we wouldn't have serial rapists like him if victims were more careful. You wouldn't have serial rapists like him if victims were more careful. The person wouldn't be a victim if they had listened to the community who said, hey y'all, this man has assaulted me. I'm just letting everybody know. I'm letting everybody know this man has assaulted me. And what do? Go on a date with him? Oh, because she's hating? That can't be true. Oh, I might be different. I might be different. What? Because it's not about you. You are an object for the taking. So it doesn't matter. I said, I'm not kind of saying anything. I speak clearly. If you read the words instead of using a filter to pick out the words to feed your need to say I'm kind of victim blaming, you see what I said. I said what I said. Somebody came back and said, I think she's saying that we have to believe it when women are sharing the same stories about the same men. Also, these men are telling on themselves in interviews, online, through their music, but people keep giving them a pass. As the diva would say, read the Yelp reviews. But you've been programmed not to believe women. I mean, as soon as a woman comes out and says she's been assaulted, why you wait so long? Why was you alone with him? Why was you? That's victim blaming. That's victim blaming. Shit. Let me go to the blogs. Y'all done pissed me off. Those two things, that especially that thing right there, because I don't play those games. Like I told the girl, I said, if you haven't learned today, you gonna learn today that any man in when you're alone with any man, he is a potential threat to you. Period. Whether you've known him for 10 years, 5 years, 5 days, 2 days, that nigga is a threat to you. I'm sorry. And if you hear about a man who's been violent to women, don't go around him. He's not going to treat you any different. I don't give a damn how many BBLs you've had. I don't give a damn how many Birkins you have. I don't give a damn how many Balenciagas you have. I don't give a damn. I don't care how much money you have in the account. I don't care how clear your skin is. I don't care how fat your ass is. They don't care. You are a object for the taking. Why don't we yes, you don't need to teach men, because men have already been socialized. They're already. You start with the boys and you tell the boys. You don't do things and expect things in return. You're kind to women you're kind to girls simply to be kind to them. You guys teach boys to be kind to girls that they want things from, right? You have an entire world of men who say, unless I'm fucking her, she gets no protection from me. You done taught him that since he was in middle school. You taught him, unless she's giving you something in return, you can't be nice to her. That's why when women are getting assaulted on the street, men just walk by. She's not my sister. She's not my mother. She can't do nothing for me. There's no transaction happening. I don't owe her any protection. I don't even care. You raised them boys. You did. You raised them boys to expect things out of women to the point where they won't do nothing for you unless you're giving them something. And what does that breed? Selfishness. Right? Entitlement. And then when they get older, they're in the club buying drinks for women and getting mad because the women aren't giving them pussy in return for a Jack and Coke. You raised them. You raised them. I've come across a few of them. They want things in exchange. They want the key to your house. Don't let them buy you a drink. They following you home. They following you around. Why do you think men follow women around the club after they done bought them something? And that's not just me. Raise your hand in the chat. Put a 1, put a 2. I don't give a fuck. Put a number in the chat to let me know if a man done bought you a drink and followed you around the club after he done bought you a drink. Tell me in the chat, has it happened to you? Because it's happened to me, and I'm sure it wasn't the same nigga. So that tells me that the man that was following you and the man that was following me, bitch, he's been told in some way or form that if you do something for a woman, she owes you something in return. And because you exist, a woman wants you. That's why these niggas are mad when women don't want them, because they've been taught. They've been programmed just like you. They've been programmed. And then little girls fall in line. I tell my sons all the time, if little girls are taught to center you in their lives, they will give their bodies to you because they think that you'll like them in return. There's a lot of things y'all got to teach boys and girls and start in middle school, because y'all giving kids phones in middle school. So when they have access to the phones, the brain is already being manipulated, right? Because look at your adult brain and how easy it's manipulated and emotionally triggered. Can you think about a kid whose brain isn't finished developing yet? And they're looking at all these distorted images of women, and the little girls are like, oh my God, Bobby likes all these girls with big tits and big ass, and I don't have that, but I want him to like me. Now she has a fucked up image of herself for the rest of her fucking life because Bobby is trying to attain a filtered, distorted image, and Susie can't mimic that unless she goes and lays on a table or stars herself or starts doing some weird ass exercise routine. All right, let's talk about what's on the blogs real quick. We have a few more minutes. Fox host Brian Kilmeade said Beyonce has become more vile than ever for X-rated lyrics in her album, including her celebratory body dimples in her new song, Heated. White men have an obsession with black women, period. They don't know whether they want to fuck them or demoralize them. That's every time a Beyonce comes out, there's some white tight lip, dry skin scab of a man they do it to women. They do it. I don't expect nothing from these people on Fox. I don't expect nothing less from them. What about me? Monica Lewinsky asked Beyonce to change her 2013 lyric in Partition that referenced Monica's affair with former President Bill Clinton. Monica, you might be 9 years too late, sis. White woman 88 who triggered Emmett Till's lynching is seen for the first time in 20 years, y'all. Here.
Has now been found in a Kentucky apartment community living with her son. The word is out. They have now found the white woman responsible for the kidnapping which led to the murder of Emmett Till. She has now been found. That's right. Carolyn Bryant Donham has now been found in a Kentucky apartment community living with her son. She hasn't been spotted in 20 years. Finally now, justice can be done, and that warrant that was recently found can be served. This is great news. Old Carolyn Bryant has been found, the one involved in the most brutal and bestial and bloody murder of the civil rights movement, the wife of Roy Bryant and that other murderer, J.W. Miller. We don't care if she's in hospice care. We don't care if she's suffering from cancer. We don't give a damn what's going on with her. If they have to bring her to court in a wheelchair, justice must be done. Israel has gone and gotten so-called Nazi war criminals 100 years old from South America and brought them to justice. And we as black people must be strong and stand up and say, never again will the war criminals who murdered our people be allowed to escape. Carolyn Bryant must be brought to justice. Carolyn Bryant must be brought to justice. She has been found and must be brought to justice.
I agree. And she need to be judged by a jury of black people. It need to be 12 niggas sitting up there. Okay? It do. Send that lady to jail. I don't give a damn if she spends 2 days and she dies in the third. Put her ass in jail, honey. Lying ass heifer. Lying ass heifer. And that's another way that they turn around, especially when a black man is the predator. They turn around and say the woman could be lying, and then they go all the way back to Emmett Till of a woman lying on a teenager, a 14-year-old. They take it all the way back, and that creates a doubt in your mind because women do lie. They do, but a very, very small percentage, very small. And so they bank on you giving the man the benefit of the doubt because a small, tiny percentage, even though this amount of men are assaulting women and really assaulting women, you see, this amount of men, and these are the amounts that are lying, they want you right in here so that you can not believe the woman and then put yourself in proximity to a man who will take from your body. That's what they do. They go all the way back to Emmett Till. That white woman lying on that boy. Yeah, she did. Her ass need to be right on in jail. Judged by a jury of 12 black people. That's how I feel. Sorry I yelled at y'all earlier. I will cut some out. Condolences. NBA legend Bill Russell has passed away at the age of 88. So did Star Trek actress Nichelle Nichols. She passed away at 89. Yeah, so Neo, we didn't get to talk about Neo. I've kind of mentioned him in other videos. You know, it came out that Neo's wife, who was his side chick and was the person he was cheating on Manetta with, probably amongst other women. She's the one that just hung on the longest. The side chick that hung on the longest and got married and ended up getting the same man that his ex-wife or his ex-fiance got. So apparently for 8 years, I think they've been together for 8 years. So to me, 8 years is too long. First, the way you got him, I'm not sure why you thought you were going to be different, but here we are again. 8 years. If you were getting that treatment, I feel like the relationship should have been over after 2 years. But women will feel like, oh shit, I've got myself in this fucking situation. Everybody warned me. I gotta hold out. I gotta hold out. Maybe he will change. 8 years of lies and deception. And that's another thing. We need to talk about the way that boys are socialized to, in order to gain access to women, they have to be deceptive in some way. Another thing that boys need to learn, and when they get into a peer of older men, and that's the thing, they give them really bad advice, but when they get into peers of older men, they need to tell them, because I think part of a characteristic of manhood is how well you can get over on a woman. For some reason, I'm not a man, but I hear men speak. I listen to men. Like, I don't interrupt them when they're talking. I let them talk because they will tell you who the fuck they are. Okay? Let them talk. And it sounds like they are applauded, right? It is a testament of your manhood if you can get over on a bitch. Right? If you could get her into a monogamous relationship knowing your ass and it has no intention, none, on being monogamous. And then you're also banking on the I hope she's been socialized to believe that the way that me cheating on her is just me being a man. Hopefully she's subscribed to that programming, right? So now I can enter a relationship with a woman, tell her I'll be monogamous, make a promise in front of God and my family, and no intentions. I got her. That's a testament to his manhood. How well you can get over on a woman. How well you can deceive a woman. That's just a shot in the dark. I don't know. Y'all could ask your boyfriends and your husbands. Is in some circles of men, is it a testament of their manhood on how well they can get over on a woman? Especially if they get her to get into a monogamous relationship and they start cheating. And then you start fighting for your relationship while he cheats. 8 years of unknowingly sharing my life and husband with numerous women who sell their bodies to him unprotected. Every last one of them. To say I'm heartbroken and disgusted is an understatement. To ask me to stay and accept it is absolutely insane. The mentality of a narcissist. I will no longer lie to the public or pretend that this is something that it isn't. I choose me. I choose my happiness and health and my respect. I gained 3 beautiful children out of this, but nothing else but wasted years and heartache. I ask that you all please stop sending me videos or information of him cheating because what he does is no longer my concern. I'm not a victim. I'm choosing to stand tall with my head held high. If someone can't love you the way you deserve, then it's up to you to love yourself. With no hate in my heart, I wish his dick would fall off in the next bitch he fucks. That's how it should have ended. But she wanted to wish him nothing but the best. Girl, that's another thing. Y'all playing the bigger person when these niggas hurt you? What? Why? Why? I'm the bigger person. That's your socialization. To be victimized. Your health. Your life. When a man cheats on a woman, they're in a monogamous relationship and he goes out and has unprotected sex with a woman, you learned in high school, sex ed, the one person you have sex with every other person they've ever had sex with. Right? Right? And especially it's a fresh raw dick out of a sex worker who doesn't require protection. And then he comes and sticks that sex worker puss in your pussy. And you wish him the best because you can get anything that can take you out of your children's life. So not only did he not care about you, he didn't care about his children either because he put their mother's life at risk. So there's no well-wishing, nigga. I hope your dick falls off in the next bitch you fuck. Yes. Yes, I know this video ain't getting monetized. Y'all give these niggas too much. I'm sorry. And you can say, oh, Erica, you hate men and you da-da-da-da. Do you see how these niggas are behaving? How do you respond to this? Oh, it's not happening to you, so you don't care until it happens to you and then you need some support? I wish him the best. That socialization that you're supposed to be the bigger person after a man harms you, get out of that. Cuss his ass out. Oh my God. Now, because you don't want to be called bitter. You should be bitter and sour and musty. Your pH balance is off. Yeah. It's going to be bitter, bitch. Because this nigga is fucking you and fucking other women. Melody too. That's how I feel about Martell. That's why I don't even understand how anyone could be like, well, you and Martell getting back together. Bitch, what? He put my life at risk. Do you see the bitch he's fucking, that crazy bitch? That cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, bitch? Do you see? He put my life at risk. She got her ass beat the other day, apparently. She likes to fuck with married men. You know why Ariane likes to fuck with married men? Because they're not available to her. They're not available to her. And she doesn't have to. Some women feel like, I want to know that I can get a married man to fuck with me, but I really don't fucking want him. Like, I really don't fucking want him. I really don't want him. But if it pisses you off, I'm going to be behind him, hugging on his neck and all this other stuff. Because if it's the truth that she was in a club and she got beat up because another woman saw her in her husband's phone, that's a pattern of behavior. There are a lot of women who fuck with married men because the men aren't available and they don't want nothing from him but his old floppy ass Viagra smoothie drinking dick. And then Neo, he comes out and says, for the sake of our children, no nigga, for the sake of your children, you should not have been fucking sex workers with no condom, you dog. And then Irv Gotti, speaking of dogs, because after I think of a dog, I think of a pig. And I see Irv Gotti on the internet saying that as a married man, he fucking had a crush on Ashanti. He had a crush on Ashanti and felt some kind of way when she was messing with Nelly. And that's the reason why he did her the way he did her when Murder Inc. went down. Because all this whole time, he's been wanting to fuck her, a married man. He's a fucking pig, Irv Gotti. Yes, Irving Lorenzo Gotti, you are a fucking pig. Sorry. For you to sit your married ass, you was married at the time. And that's why they treat these women like that. And that should tell you the reason why Pharrell is treating Kelis like that. These niggas get these girls, they want, and Timberland too, saying he was in love with a 17, 16-year-old Aaliyah. These niggas is dogs. I don't give a damn what y'all say. For the sake of our children. Now you, the public, need to respect his family that he didn't have respect for. My family, I will work through challenges behind closed doors. Personal matters aren't meant to be addressed and dissected in public forums. Yes, they are. Especially when your wife gets on the damn hill and yells from the hill that you've been sticking your dick in sex workers raw. It's everybody's business now because everybody should know. That's another thing. That's why you should write a Yelp review on these niggas so that women could know. Hopefully they'll listen because a lot of them ignore and then they end up in proximity to Mystikal. Tell everybody your husband is around. That's how I understand why Sheree is hanging around with Martell. Did you see how disrespectful he was? This is a man who stuck his raw dick in another woman and had a family and had a baby with this woman. And your pussy gets wet for him? What? He should have access to no one. Martell should have access to no one. He's a man who lacks integrity. How does your pussy get wet for a nigga with low character? How? And you know, I'm not talking about the niggas who trick y'all, because that's what they've been taught to do. Trick your ass. I'm not talking about the niggas who you don't know. I'm talking about the ones who you know. You know. You see it. The women have told you. Why aren't you listening to other women? Why? Why? Tell everybody Neo's around here fucking sex workers raw. But guess what? That's not going to stop women from giving Neo access to them. It won't. And I really want you bitches to stand the fuck up. I do. I do. I'm so tired of these women being assaulted and victimized by these men who the community knows are violent. Why are you going anywhere with R. Kelly? Why are you going anywhere with Trace? Why? Tell me why. Well, I want to know, like the women who have been assaulted after all these, I want to know why. That's the question. You know about Chris Brown and you know about his allegations and you have been a victim, or Trey Songz, you were a victim, or whoever, Mystikal, you were a victim of Mystikal. Please tell me, I just want to know, did you know about his previous charges and jail time and stuff like that? Yes, I did. Okay. So tell me, and I'm not trying to blame you for what happened to you, but can you explain to me why you felt safe enough to be alone with him? That's the question. What made you feel safe enough to feel like you wouldn't be victimized by someone who has been alleged, convicted, served time for? What made you think that it could not happen to you? I'm not talking about the woman who meets Ted Bundy down at the diner and he turns his charm on and then walks to the car and never to be seen again. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the Yelp reviews are out and you still go in there thinking you're going to have a different dining experience. And then when you come out victimized and you try to warn the other women, I didn't listen. Y'all listen to the people. There will still be women waiting to find out. I simply ask that you please respect me. No, nigga, because you don't respect yourself. You have unprotected sex with sex workers. Why should I respect you, raggedy, dusty nigga? Why? You don't respect yourself. You don't respect yourself. And that demon that you're fighting, Neo, come on out, girl. That's another thing. I wish you niggas would just say you like dick too. And everybody can be fucking happy. You don't have to be mad at women because you have to have sex with women and you really don't want to have sex with women, but you don't want anybody to think you gay. So you mad because you have to have sex with them. And you really want to have sex with men. That's another thing we need to talk about, bitch. But I gotta go. Anyways, y'all, take care of each other. Protect your energy. I'm sorry for yelling at you. I was really passionate about that because I'm not victim blaming anyone. I just don't want people to be victims. And I want women to listen to other women. I don't want you to look at other women and say, girl, I don't believe you, and give this nigga the benefit of the doubt. That's why it pisses me off, because you don't have to be victimized if you listen to other women. They're not hating on you. So I just get very passionate about that because it angers me, because a lot of these victims it could have been avoided. A lot of these victims could have been avoided if they had only listened and believed women. Women have to believe other women. You guys, other women are not your enemy. They are not your adversaries. And I know you get tired of the women who are male identified, who are, who center men in their existence. They don't know how to act unless there's a penis around. They get nervous and anxiety starts to rise if there's not a dick around them. I know they get on your nerves. I know they do. But they're not your enemy. They have been programmed. They have been programmed. And they are working and unlearning their programming. There will be some women who will never unlearn how to decenter men. Their entire lives will be revolved around men. Okay? And there's some that will, and it just is what it is. And you can't change them. Just let them be until they unlearn the shit. Until the light bulb goes on. They're not your enemies. So if a woman is telling you, girl, I wouldn't go around him, listen to her. Listen to her. And background checks are not expensive at all. You can do background checks all day. Just as there was a clip of a girl going around saying that her friend was missing. And she told her friend when she went on this dating app to do a background check on this man. And now her friend is missing. And she's like, I told her, dumbass, to do a background check on these niggas. But for some reason, the violent behavior of the masses of men who commit violent acts against women, for some reason, you give all men the benefit of the doubt. I would not do that. And like I told that girl on Twitter, today you will learn that every man you're around, you could be his victim. Literally. The other women aren't a threat. It's the men. Y'all be going after the women. It's the men. You want to beat up the girl. It's the man. Why are you beating her up? Or she should have known better. Why? Because he developed slower. You see do you see the scam? Do you see how the scam works? How it needs you to believe a bunch of bullshit for it to work? Okay, I gotta go. I gotta go because I just want everybody to stand up. And I want everybody to be conscious of and aware of and open their goddamn eyes. Listen to these men and the way that they talk. Irv Gotti, he's a dog. He's a damn dog. His married ass on a public platform saying that he had why would you say that publicly? You should have took that to the grave with you, dog. And then that to me just explains why he did Ashanti the way he did her, because he didn't have access to her vagina. He needed something in return in order to treat her with respect. I'm out of here. I gotta go. I keep getting fucking pissed. I get getting mad because it just bothers me. Anyways, y'all, I gotta go. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Peace.